Hello everyone, it's Joe Casadonti, Casadonti Homes. It's December 22nd and it's going to be about 65 degrees today. Weather report says by Christmas Eve it'll be 71 during the day. But we are here on Orchard Lane and we're pouring the walls, foundation walls here. And it's drizzling a little bit, no big deal. But the site is so tight because of our limited disturbance, we have to use a pump truck, which is going to cost me about an extra $1,500 today because I can't get the concrete truck around to where it needs to be. And you can see this long tube here, almost like on a crane type arm, goes down to this truck and over to the concrete truck. So you have is concrete truck unloads it into this chute for this special piece of equipment that is a pump truck that pumps it all the way up and then back down and into the spot we need. Normally we back the concrete truck up to about here, put a couple chutes on it and start pouring all the way around. That's how you do a normal pour. But today we need that pump truck because of this site. The site is just really difficult to get around. Happens sometimes even, even with the site not being bad, where you might just have bad weather or you might have a situation where, the truck would be too heavy driving on the soft dirt. And so, it's kind of a 50-50 deal here. But in any case, we will get all these walls poured today and they'll sit for a day or two, and I'm thinking there's a possibility that we'll probably start stripping the forms right after Christmas or maybe even Christmas Eve. And then we will waterproof that basement between Christmas and New Year. That was our plan. I think we're going to be able to keep that plan, so it's all good. Alright, so this truck is empty and another one just left, another one's coming, so it'll just keep coming along all day here, or as long as it takes to do it. You can see our driveway, a little soft right there where the truck is, but we'll be okay. This is our garage area, our 2-car garage. Then we have a 1-car garage over there. And this here will be filled with, a good fill, probably rocky fill would be best. And then we'll put right about where that guy's standing, maybe a little bit to the left. You can see where that pier is kind of started to be poured. It'll be a solid concrete pier, 3 foot by 3 foot probably, all the way up to the top of where the slab is. And you'll see once the slab is formed, ready to go, after all this is done, and we backfill, there'll be a steel rebar crisscrossed all across this. It'll be like a big grid of metal rebar. All of it will be laying on top of that pier and the edge of the walls. It'll all be drilled into the foundation walls to keep it structurally sound, so you can park a helicopter in there if you want. You can't see it here, but under here is where that exterior drain pipe is. So this goes down about 1.5 feet where this stone top is. Go down about 1.5 feet. In between there is that 4-inch pipe, black pipe with holes in it, and it's got a fabric around it to keep the mud from blocking the holes in the future. So that when everything is backfilled and the water is laying against the foundation, it'll go down into that pipe. It'll work its way down into this pipe, and then it'll under the stone, and it'll just go all the way around over to this point, and then down. There'll be a gravity drain from here all the way out into the woods, and that gravity drain will relieve all the exterior water. Same with the interior. If it really got wet and the ground level of water was coming up because of days and days of rain, the interior pipe does the same exact thing. Inside the footing, there's an identical pipe that does the same thing. Goes over to the sump hole, and from that sump hole is the daylight drain pipe going into the sump hole, so it'll always keep it drained. Best case scenario right now we have here for this situation with the water and everything. It's good to have a daylight drain if you can have one. And you can see, once the wall's poured, they pack it down, screed it off, and get everything nice and level, ready for the framer. And that will be our day today. Okay, signing off.